Okay, so class, let's take a look. See where were we? Okay, basically we are in the chapter number 5. Okay, so actually we are in the chapter numbers 5. It's regarding to the page 206. Okay, so let's have a look first. Let me see. 206. Is this a correct page number? I think wrong, right? Can you show?
1850.
What?
185.
Yes.
Okay, wait. Okay. Okay, let me check first. PDF file will be a little bit different. Okay, let's see.
Therefore, the page number is still the same, even in your PDF.
Is this, shall we start here? Chapter number 5?
Yes.
Compendium of process free?
Yes.
Sally, it is correct. Correct, the page number. So we begin in the chapter number 5. Okay, so my bookmark make a mistake. Chapter number 5. Okay, yeah. Okay. Okay, so class, basically what we have done is the chapter number 4. In chapter number 4, if you remember that we have gone through, we call it as what? We call it as a 5-door connective process, meaning to say that how is our mentality response once we hear something, and so on. Basically, the 5-door connective process must continue with the mind-door continued process. So mind-door connective process is considered the brain. Okay. So later after this, we immediately go through just involve the mind-door connective process, which is daydreaming. Okay. You enter the jhana and you experience the nibbana. So this is the one. So once we gone through all this, actually how to experience the jhana and how to experience the nibbana, both of the connective also happen. We can check in Savastivada. It is not only in this Triatimsa school only, no more than that. The present Theravada, actually in Savastivada, they also share with the same concept. Okay. Then later on, if you remember that we go to the rule for the Tatramana and the rule for the Javana. So remember that. So we talk about that in the past life, meaning to say that if in the past life, if let's say you met somebody you dislike, okay, so the vipaka will appear that all the mind door will come with the invariable consciousness. Okay, then if let's say you met somebody who you like, we call it as a good karma appeared, then also will be, all the cognitive process, the favorable consciousness will appear. Okay, then we finish everything already. Then we talk about the plane, the plane, and what type of a consciousness will appear in the all the human, including for all the beings, and also in different plane, whatever they will appear. So this is the chapter number 4. So today, once we go to the chapter number 5, basically we go to the something a little bit different already, which is we call it as a Vimutti, compendium of the process free. So this process free, basically we're experienced that number 1. Usually, once we first come to the Buddhism, what we learn is chapter number 5. Why? Number 1, regarding different type of the karma. Second, the sixth plane, after the reincarnation from the 6th plane. Okay, then for this we will extra know 4 type of the reborn and 4 type of the dead. So meaning to say that we will see there will be 4 types of the death, then we can know how they are going to die now. Okay, so now let's start. Okay, so chapter number 5, Compendium of the Process Free. Yeah, Sally, can you please read the passage?
Compendium of the Process Free. Introductory verse. Thus, the compendium of the occurrence of consciousness has been explained by way of connective process during the course of existence. Now the compendium of occurrence of consciousness at rebirth will be told. In the preceding chapter, the author explained the active aspect of the flow of consciousness, its occurrence in connective processes during the course of lifetime. In the present chapter, he will explain the occurrence of passive or process-free consciousness. Although in the opening verse, the author specifies at rebirth, Sanhiyam. This chapter will deal with process-free consciousness in the roles of Bhavanga and death as well. Enumeration of categories. In the compendium of process-free consciousness, 4 sets of 4 should be understood as follows. 4 planes of existence, 4 modes of rebirth linking, 4 kinds of karma, 4-fold advance of death. The compendium of process-free consciousness opens with a survey of topography of the phenomena world, charting the planes of existence and the various realms within each plane. See table 5.1. The author undertakes this survey before examining the types of process-free consciousness, because the external universe, according to the Abhidhamma, is an outer reflection of the internal cosmos of mind, registering in concrete manifest form of the subtle subtle gradations in the states of consciousness. This does not mean that the Abhidhamma reduces the outer world to a dimension of mind in the manner of philosophical idealism. The outer world is quite real and possesses objective existence. However, the outer world is always a world apprehended by consciousness, and the type of consciousness determines the nature of the world that appears. Consciousness and the world are mutually dependent and inextricably connected to such an extent that the hierarchy structure of the realms of existence exactly reproduces and corresponds to the hierarchy structure of consciousness. Because of this correspondence, each of the two, the objective hierarchy of the existence and the inner gradation of consciousness, provides the key to understanding the other. The reason why such a living being is reborn into a particular realm is because he has generated in the previous life the karma or volitional force of consciousness that leads to rebirth into that realm. And thus, in the final analysis, all the realms of existence are formed, fashioned, and sustained by mental activity of living beings. At the same time, these realms provide the stage for consciousness to continue its evolution in a new personality and under fresh sets of circumstances. Each realm is key to a particular type of rebirth consciousness, which becomes a bhavanga or life continuum, flowing on through the course of existence until the termination of life process at death. Thus, independent of karma ripening at the sense sphere plane, the sense sphere rebirth consciousness is generated and sense sphere existence becomes manifest. In the dependence of karma ripening in the fine material plane, the fine material rebirth consciousness is generated and the fine material existence become manifest. In the dependence of the karma ripening in the immaterial plane, the immaterial rebirth consciousness is generated and immaterial existence become manifest. As the Buddha says, karma is the field, consciousness is the seed, and craving is the moisture. For the consciousness of beings obstructed by ignorance, fettered by craving to be established in the new realm of existence, either low, middling, or superior, as determined by past karma. The seed of consciousness falls into an appropriate realm, sends down roots, and matured by its store of karmic accumulations, unfold according to its hidden potentials.
Okay, thank you so much.
Welcome. Sifu, sorry, can you make it a bit bigger?
Bigger.
It's too small.
How about
Okay,
now?
thank you. Okay, thank you.
Okay, class, let's take a look. We take a look to this diagram in the first place. Okay, yes. Mr. Leong, can you read for me? Begin with this. You see, this is the sense sphere plane 11. Okay, this is the woeful plane. So, can you read for me? What are they? Mr. Leong, yeah. Please on the mic, Mr. Leong. Yes.
Plane. Immaterial sphere, plane 4. RAM 31, neither perception nor non-perception.
No. We begin from here, Mr. Leong. You see, we begin with the lowest one. Woeful plane. This one first.
Woeful plane. That is under sphere, sense sphere, plane 11. Woeful plane. Number 1, hell. 2, animal. 3, beta. 4, azura.
Okay, what is the lifespan?
Indefinite.
Okay, so now we go up a little bit. It's a sensuous, blissful plane.
Blissful plane. Number 5, human. Number 6, Chatu Maharaja Jika. Number 7, Tawatimsa. Number 8, Yama. Number 9, Tusita. Number 10, Mimanarati. And number 11, Paranimittavasavati.
Okay, so Mr. Leong, take a look to the lifespan. Do you see any rules for the increment of the lifespan or not?
2 times.
Yeah, double, right? Each one double up, okay, right? So double, it go up to 16, you see. Okay, Chatu Maharajika is say Dai Tin Wong lah, as you know, on Chatu Maharajika, okay? And then take a look, you see this is a Tawatimsa. So Tawatimsa is a 33 planes. Then the Tushita, we know that who stay in the Tushita, Mr. Leong?
Buddha Ram.
No. Which Buddha now is staying in Tushita?
Gautama Buddha.
No. Maitreya. Gautama Buddha is gone. Okay, he is gone to the Nibbana already. So now it's a Maitreya Buddha and still stay in the Tushita. Okay, so we roughly know this. Okay. Then we go up again. So meaning to say that we come to the jhana, meaning to say there will be 16, 5 material sphere. So can you please tell me in the first jhana plane they got how many? First jhana plane, 12 trays.
7.
Can you please read the 12? Brahma's retinue.
First jhana plane, number 12, Brahma retinue. Number 13, Brahma ministers. And number 14, Maha Brahma.
Okay. How about the lifespan?
Oh, infinite. I don't know what's IA.
Yes, but it go up also. We can see some rules, right? You see, not also double up, right? From all to the second, third, fourth. Okay, class, let's take a look. I see. So this is we call it as a jhana, the plane. Then we go up some more. Mr. Leong, as you see, we will see all this immaterial sphere plane. What does that mean? Actually, this chapter mentioned to us that whatever just now Mr. Leong tried to read up, all could be reflected in our mind. Meaning to say that they all created by our mind. So this is why we can see that we've got so many variety of the plane is reflection from what did we have done, and then especially in the last moment, they are the one who determine which place to go. For example, we always talk about that. We know that go to woeful state, there must be the greedy, anger, and stupidity. Am I right? We create all this karma. All right. Well, basically, meaning to say, but for this karma, we should go to this 4 plate. But anyway, we notice that there's still got 4 more plate here. You see, hell, animal, beta, ashura. Meaning to say that even though you are anger, or even though you are greedy, but it depends also on their heaviness. Meaning to say that it depends on the gravity. The more serious, for example, if you kill a father and mother, it can go to the hell. But not become the animal. In animal is easier. I mean, it's the less strong in the gravity. Remember class, we got once a Form 5 student had killed his mother recently only, right? Months ago in the secondary school. Notice, Elena? You don't notice that? Sally notice, right? Mr. Leung? Mr. Leung 知道冇？唔知道話一個 Form 5嘅學生殺咗佢老母同佢阿哥冇聽過？Yes, okay. So meaning to say that this type of karma, if compare somebody kill the animal, of course he might go to the hell. Okay, and then same and same maybe for those who kill the animal, just maybe go to the beta or animal, that's all. Not that serious. Okay, for example, now we are all we all doing the good deeds, but good deeds also have a different category one. Okay, class, for example, now there will be the war in the Gaza. Okay, we notice that some NGO they go to work there and help the people there. So of course for the karma, once they reborn, they must be among one of them. Okay, among of them, but they must be include a little bit jhana. If let's say for us we do some good deeds and we have cultivated a little bit jhana, so we may go higher. It depends which one we go, and also the wish and the jhana we create. So for let's say all of us here, if you just not very enthusiastically in producing the jhana to meditate, maybe this is the realm you will go. But also depends on the wish. Shall I know who aim for the Tushita here? Anybody aim for Tushita? No. Mrs. Leung 你唔好去 Tushita， 你要去 Western Pure Land 係咪 ？Mrs. Leung。OK。Sally 要去邊啊 ？Sally 嚇 ？Sally 你想去邊？
去到邊就邊啦。
Oh no. Actually, the vow determined here. Meaning to say that class, if you do all the good deeds, 5%, okay, and then you do a little bit meditation but haven't reached to the jhana, next is the vow. If let's say you want to go to the Tushita and met the Maitreya Buddha, then you will be go to the Tushita. Okay? Well, I think among all this type of the sensuous blissful plane, Tushita is the only one will be encouraged, especially the inner one, not the outer, not the outer cause, must be inner cause. Then the rest actually basically if you reborn there without meeting any other kaya mitata, any good friend, so finally you just enjoy there only. Just like who you know Jiva. Jiva is the best doctor among Buddha time. So after a long time treatment, do the treatment to all the Buddha disciples. Once he passed away, he reborn to this sensual blissful realm. So but they got case in within the Sangha. So Mongalana go up to look for him so that to pull him to ask him to provide the help for the Sangha community who got sickness. But once he meet him, Jiva see him, just pay respect, then go already, So Mongalana feels surprised. He used his psyche to chase him. Then when he got caught, he said that, oh, actually I bow to you. It's very good already. You see, a lot of them is going to enjoy already. No people bother you anymore because here is the place for enjoy. See or not? So meaning to say that if you reborn there without any good friend, finally you just spend all the lifetime for enjoy only. So for the blissful, sensual blissful, the one can really, meaningful for Buddhists, I think just only the Tushita only. Must be go to the inner cause. Don't go to the external, the outer cause, because we got a few China like Xuan Zhuang, Ci Hang, Tai Xu Da Si, they are there. I read some, I go through some texts, they recommend, they claim that they are there. Okay, so why they will be different? Because your vow, because of your meditation, also because of the merit which you accrue. So sadly, you can't say that, no, you have to make a vow. Because you don't, without setting the GPS, your car don't know where to go. You have to know. That's why we learn Buddhism. But if let's say, that's why there will be 6 realms. Another reason why you will be reborn at 6 realms is the Vipassana. Class, if you start to do the Vipassana, but you cannot achieve the Nibbana. So Vipassana, basically we are using the wisdom compliance consciousness, or the wisdom consciousness for the egg one. So meaning to say you will be reborn as a human, or maybe there. So if let's say you start to do the Vipassana, the Vipassana is not enough to mature to go to the Nibbana. So you will also reborn either one of them. You have to make a vow that, no, I want to go back to the human, because human suffering and also the joy is balanced. Then it will make you realize that you have to cultivate and do the Vipassana continue. So you will come back as a human. See or not? So this is why you have to know where to go. Okay. Then let me finish. Okay. So let's say before you pass away, you have a very good jhana, but the jhana could be low quality, middle quality, and the upper quality. So if you have the best quality jhana, you will become the Mahabrahma. Then you will experience you are the only one. Only one. Especially if you hate to mix with the people. So Mahabrahma is the best thing. You feel you're only one only. So from the Bible, as we know, the God claim that he is the only one. He is the only one. Maybe it's in the Brahma. We suspect for that. And same, second, third, fourth jhana also is the same. Meaning to say that where you go, it depends on the quality. Like you see, like Mr. Leong also read, for each one jhana, also there will be different 3 realms, or also got different, see or not. So even though you reborn to the 4th jhana, there will be the different of the realm. It depends on the quality of your jhana to determine where you born. See or not. And then lastly, if you reborn to the immaterial sphere, the last moment you meditate for this jhana, finally you will also reborn to here, and then you will experience the longest lifespan, which is 84,000 GA. What is a GA? Let me see first. 84,000. Now, Mr. Leong, GA is a great eon. IA is incalculable eon. CY is a celestial year. So GA is great eon. So meaning to say that this is the Buddha teacher reborn here. So Shakyamuni said, I feel so sorry that even though I become a Buddha, but since my teacher is born without any physical ear, so I cannot convey my Dharma to him. So see or not? So that's why Shakyamuni advised avoid reborn to the Arupa jhana. Mr. Leong, yes, you put up your hand. Any question?
Yes. Regarding this Western Pure Land, where is it located in the sensual blissful plane?
It doesn't show in this. This is the reason why Theravada they are disrecognize the Western Pure Land. They claim that it is fake.
No wonder.
Yes, no wonder. That's why they say Western Pure Land is fake. That's why. Because it doesn't appear here. Even though in Savastivada also doesn't appear. Western Pure Land only exists in the Mahayana Sutra only. So in Mahayana, they claim that this is out of the 31 planes. So it's a controversy issue. So this is the reason why I prefer talk about Western Pure Land. Finally must go to the inner Western Pure Land. That's why. Because if I pursue you to go to inner Western Pure Land and come to the Vipassana, so the contradiction between the Mahayana Theravada gone already. Because if you ask, where is the Pure Land? I say, no, it's not in the map. I just thought that was a map. It doesn't appear in the map. So for me, the best way is external Pure Land must go back to the inner Pure Land. Then the contradiction gone. Got it? This is the reason why I encourage you all. But external Pure Land is useful for GPS purpose. Very clear direction, right? I talk about Nibbana. I also don't know how to set the GPS. Where's the Nibbana? Don't know where to set. That's why so you have to know, after learning Dharma, you know where I want to go. GPS set already, then with your karma helping and the vow, you will reach there. Okay? So class, basically this is what we see here. See or not? So meaning to say that why we have a variety of the plane. The reason is because we have the variety of the consciousness, and basically our consciousness, we have a different type of consciousness reflect the external world. So that's why in Mahayana text we mentioned that they say our mind creating the cosmology in Buddhism. This is correct. And because since all of us, we create the karma to reborn in the human, so we are here. So we call it this as a collective karma as a human. Okay? And this human realm, which are all human, got 2 eyes, 2 ears, etc., and got 1 brain, and then we will see 1 sun and also 1 moon. So and stay on the earth. This is all we call it as a collective karma. Basically, the normal people, which is equipped with all the faculty, then this is what we experience. We call it that. But if let's say you inborn blind or dumb or cannot hear, okay, or mentally retarded, then the world will be different, even though we stay in the same earth. But the way they sense the earth will be different from us already. So that we call it is, even though it's a collective karma, there will be some inequality karma within the collective karma. So got it? So that's why the whole text I mentioned that say our Maya and the cosmos, universe, actually intertwined together and mutually connected. This is correct. This is why you can decide where you want to go. In Buddhism, that's the unit for the Buddhism. So you choose where you want to go, then you just produce that start of the consciousness. When it ripen, the moment you die, you will go there already. But of course, we aim nowhere. Nibbana is our aim. Okay? So this is how we said it. Okay, next, let's take a look. So we go back to the text. The text actually not difficult. So in the beginning, you see, now we are using process-free consciousness. Remember, process-free. No more process. When we talk about this topic. Okay, Mr. Leong, I think I'll answer a question first. Yes, please.
So regarding Nibbana is a state of mind, then where is the place that we go?
It's not, maybe the best way I say it is not a state of mind. No. The best way I describe Nibbana is the state of awakening. Whereas the reincarnation, they are all is the dreaming state. That is the best analogy. As long as the 3 realm, you're in the 3 realm, you are still in the dreaming state. Once you attain Nibbana, you awaken from the dream already. Just like once I put some oil with the lamp lid, and then I ignite the fire. So actually, the 3 realm, they all is the fire. That is it's a hallucination. Once you reach the Nibbana, meaning to say that maybe the oil already exhausted, no oxygen supply, then the fire will go nowhere. The fire doesn't go to nowhere. The fire is the condition. I mean, it's the phenomenon for all the condition. But when all the condition are gone, like ignorance, no more craving, no more, then the phenomena doesn't appear anymore. So that is what the Nibbana explains. That's the best way. Nibbana is not the mental state. Okay, Mr. Leong?
Sifu, if that's the case, then in the what you call dream of existence, like you say, then we are all putu jana lah. Even if we attain an enlightenment. Because
Putujana. Oh, what does it mean, Putujana? You mean human?
putu jana is, we can say, is what
What is it?
lay people who are still not awake lah.
Yes, yes. No, meaning to say we are not awake now. Because you ask whether Nibbana is a mental state. Actually, it's not a mental state. It's not the best way to describe it. Okay? All right. So
I'm confused because why most of the Sangha says that Nibbana is just a mind state. It doesn't exist, but it exists in the mind.
Yeah. I prefer it is not a mind state. It's the best way, not the mind state. But of course, maybe you experience with the help of your brain, I can say so. Okay, maybe that's we can say only. Okay? Okay. Oh yeah. So we go back to the text. Actually, the text is very beautiful. I like it actually. It's quite same with the Mahayana. So class, you see, plane of existence, rebirth, linking, karma, and death, they're all related. So class, let's take a look. You see how this is we call it as our maybe it's a cosmology, something like that. You see, we call it as a 31 realms of existence, but also can say it's the cosmology of Buddhism. Then we go back, you see, phenomenal world. Actually, it's come from the various realms. Okay. Then you see the external universe is an outer reflection of the internal cosmos of the mind. See or not? This is why sometimes if let's say somebody they're very tricky, they want to cause us of trouble. They say, can you prove where is the hell? Can you prove where is the heaven? We can't prove it. So usually we answer that, okay, you want to know the hell, right? Okay, so you try to then he is very angry. You say, you see, now you're in the hell already. you can say in this way, and then you say, where's the deva, or where's the deva state? So you try to make him happy. You say, once you meditate, you feel very joyful. That is the deva realm already. So this is how we try to. This is the method we use to convince people that if let's say since we cannot prove all this outer world, so we can prove through the mental state. Okay. Then next, let's take a look. You see the outer world is quite real. The conventional truth apprehended by the consciousness. See or not? Apprehended by the consciousness, and then you see the thought of the consciousness determine the nature of the world, mutually dependent and inextricably connected. I think even though I don't use that beautiful English, but I told you everything right just now. Am I right? I think I told you all the facts already, right? But without this beautiful English, I tell you already. So it is interconnected. Then let's take a look. You see, they say the consciousness provides the key to understand to the others. Okay, and then you see, living being, where are you reborn? And because he has generated. It depends on where you're reborn, because you generate yourself. So this is why we mention that the external world is generated by you. Class, have you ever heard about that? They say external world is generated by your mind. Have you ever heard about that? This statement? Put up your hand.
Sifu, can you repeat your sentence again, because miss?
The external world is generated by your mind. Have you ever heard about that? Yes, sir. Yes. Okay. Cảm ơn. Mrs. Leong, cảm ơn你幫我變呢個唔見佢得冇? Because you said external world is generated by your mind. So this is generated by your mind. Can you just make it disappear now?
No, cannot.
Okay, now you see, so that's why this text you can only use in two circumstances only. Number one, the generation, meaning to say, is the moment you die. Okay, like you say you die, so your mind, if it's in the first jhana, it will generate the first jhana realm, then you will be reborn there. Okay. Then second is what? Is talk about the brain. Okay, why the mind generate? Actually, the mind doesn't generate. It's because you see this mouse and it come to the brain. Once the brain, whatever the brain reflect the world, is the world you understand. Am I right? If it doesn't reflect in your brain, it is something. This is within your world. If it reflect by your brain, so meaning to say that once this go into the brain and the brain generate this because of this object, so it come in your brain. So that's why we say that mind generated the external world. It's not because I want to make it appear. It doesn't. We don't explain in this way. We explain that the object go into the brain, and the brain will connect together with the object and create the world in our brain. That is the world we apprehend. Understand? Why you all look so cool? 好似我自己講俾自己聽嘅咁啫。Yes, Mr. Leong, any question?
Yeah, Sifu. I also forgot the question. There's one sutta, Abhidhamma Sutta, says that let the sin be the sin. Like for example, just now the mouse lah, right? We don't process it. We just let it be seen and let it pass. And then let the hurt be the hurt, the felt be the felt. And then with this, what you call statement, someone can be enlightened. Because why? It doesn't let the brain process what is not necessary.
Oh, I think this one of the Nibbana is very low level Nibbana. Because as you say, okay, see the mouse is a mouse, I don't attach to it. This is not very high level Nibbana. Am I no? This Nibbana just say, oh, I'm very hungry. After I eat, I feel comfortable. That is the Nibbana. It's the interpretation problem. So this sutta, the way I see it, the interpretation put it very low, the definition. The real Nibbana way got so low standard. I know.
Just quote it. I just quote it.
Yeah, I know. So we have, that's why I mean in the sutta usually they got so many different level. They try to explain. So we have to know which level they are. Because abhidhamma, it goes to the deepest level. So we have to use the deepest level so there will be no more contradiction. Okay, you get it? Okay. And next, let's take a look. Okay, then you see a particular type of the rebirth consciousness will become the bhavanga. So this is our lifespan already. So class, let's take a look. For example, so this is the diagram I used to use. So class, take a look. So this is jutti. The moment you die, C means the jutti. Once you die, okay, then there will be P, patisanti, rebirth linking. So rebirth linking means to say that, okay, in the previous life there will be one heaviest karma. So it makes you reborn. Then it will exist as the bhavanga for the whole life. So as a human, this is the bhavanga. For the sensuous, for the favorable consciousness in the sensuous realm, so that the bhavanga will be appeared and consistent for our whole life. So remember that now we talk about the bhavanga, rebirth linking consciousness, and lastly is the death consciousness. So this is the three one we will focus here. Okay, next let's take a look. See, karma ripening in the five material. So finally, five material rebirth consciousness is generated, and then the existed become manifest. So can you get it? Rebirth consciousness generated. Rebirth consciousness generated, then the five material existent become manifest. So, so meaning to say, in the first, you have to cultivate the jhana first. The first jhana, okay? Then the first jhana, finally, it will become the rebirth consciousness. Then finally, the existence become manifested. Okay, they see different classes, low, middling, or superior. So they make it as with a different RAM, okay? So unfold according to the hidden potential. So now we go to the four plane of existence. Okay. So now we come to have a look for this. Elena, can you please read the passage of this?
Of this, the four planes are: 1, the woeful plane; 2, the sensuous blissful plane; 3, the fine material sphere plane; 4, the immaterial sphere plane. The four planes. Though a distinction is made here between the woeful plane and the sensuous blissful plane, both planes are actually subdivision of the sense sphere plane, as is pointed out at the end of section 5. The woeful plane, abhidhamma-process. Among these, the woeful plane is fourfold, namely 1, hell; 2, animal kingdom; 3, the sphere of petas; and 4, the host of asuras. Guide to S4. The woeful plane. The word apaya means literally that which is devoid, apa, of happiness, aya. This is the collective name for those realms of existence in which pain and misery greatly exceed happiness. There are realms where evildoers are reborn as a consequence of their evil deeds. Hell, niraya. This is the lowest plane of existence in the Buddhist cosmos, the place of the most intense suffering. It is said that the beings in hell have to suffer the results of their evil deeds from the beginning of their lives until the end, without a moment's respite. The commentators state that there are 8 great hells of increasing intensity of torment. They are named Sanjiva, Kalasutta, Zanghata, Roruva, Maharoruva, Tapana, Mahatapana, and Avicii. Of this, Avicii is the lowest and most terrible. Each great hell is surrounded on each of its 4 sides by 5 minor hells, bringing a total to 168 hells. The animal kingdom. Buddhism maintains that the animal realm is a woeful plane into which beings may be reborn as a result of evil karma. According to the Buddha, human beings who have committed evil may be reborn as animals, and animals may, as a result of some accumulated good karma, be reborn as human beings or even as gods into a heavenly world. Although the animal realm does not involve as much misery as the hell, it is included in the woeful planes because the suffering there greatly exceeds the amount of happiness, and because it does not provide suitable conditions for the performance of meritorious deeds. The sphere of petas. The word peta, often translated as hungry ghosts, refer to a class of beings who are tormented by intense hunger and thirst, as well as other affliction from which they cannot find relief. The petas have no world of their own. They live in the same world as human beings, in forests, bogs, cemeteries, etc. Though they remain invisible to humans, except when they display themselves or perceived by those with a divine eye. The host of asuras. The word asura, often translated titans, is used to refer to various classes of beings. As a realm within the woeful plane, the commentators identify the asuras with a group of tormented spirits similar to the petas. These asuras are to be distinguished from the asuras that combat the gods of the Tawatimsa heaven, which are included among the Tawatimsa gods.
Thank you so much. Okay. 哇，Elena 你都算夠長氣嗬，哇，
做咩？
讀到晒。OK 嗬，我哋let me explain easy 啦嗬。 倒丢的事。Okay. Sally, are you using a handphone to attend the class? Handphone, right? Are you using a handphone? Yes. So that's why you want the biggest screen, biggest magnify, the biggest word for unify, magnify. Okay, finish class. Okay, you see, we go back to a very basic of the Buddhism. You notice or not? Once we first learn as a Buddhist, this is what we learn in the first place. But anyway, I think we can go to the deeper one. So number one, the wolf. Why we call it as apaya? Because the suffering exists the happiness. So we call it as the woeful state. That's the definition for apaya. So number one is the hell. Basically the hell, there's only suffering. You don't find any single moment of the joy there. Never. Just the suffering only. From the beginning to the end. Okay. And then the avicii is the lowest and it's the most suffering hell. Okay. Well, if people ask you to prove, we still cannot quite hard to prove it. We need the divine eye to see that. But in our sutta, can you remember which one sutta disclosed that somebody able to travel to the hell? Mrs. Leong 記唔記得咩經有講去到落到地獄呢？邊一本經有講到？喺我哋馬來人好 popular 嘅。On the mic, Mrs. Leong。邊一部經落地獄嘅？
小人家嘛？
唔係地藏經So 地藏經So I mean the previous the previous life of the Siddhikapa Bodhisattva So I think it's a lady, right? So according I mean the Buddha at that time he said that the only one who can go to the hell either by the vow or by the karma. The vow meaning to say we integrate with the jhana a little bit and then with the powerful of the Buddha you can travel the hell. But basically it's possible avoid to see all this because it can traumatize yourself after watching all this type of stuff. Then you see or not, so that's what number one is the hell. As we said that if you reborn to the hell, basically especially killing father, mother, killing arahant, cause the bleeding for the Buddha, only will go to this one. And usually you will be reborn in the instant lifetime. So that's what we go to the hell. Let me quote one more first. There's a type of karma immediately will reborn to the hell. We call it as what? Let me see first. 无间业 Okay, let me see the Pali. Okay, let me see the English first. Okay, let me Buddhist do. No. 忤逆罪 sorry 忤逆 this one. B-E-O 忤逆 Okay, Buddhist do dictionary. Wu Jian Ye. Buddhist thought immediately appeared already. Very smart, they know what I want. Buddhist thought dictionary, yes. No. Wu Ni. 英文 5 heinous crime. Okay, let me look for. I want the proper one. I worry that maybe the AI bring us the wrong thing. Okay, let's see. Well, this is correct. 5 heinous crime or 5 great offenses, class.
Correct.
Correct. Okay. Or maybe use the Pali word anattarika karma. Okay. Usually anarita karma, anattarika karma can immediately to bring us to the health for the present life, for this very life. Okay. Anattarika. Okay. So Deva Tata is the only one, is the example to show us that anattarika karma, 5 great offenses. Yeah, Mr. Liao, any question? Yes.
Sifu, yeah. Regarding this, there's another book, Journey to the Underworld by this Yong Xin Sang together with this Chai Kung, going to the underworld, the hell.
點解你睇咁多呢啲咁嘅嘢？
Because at that time it's quite interesting, you see.
Yeah. I think this is more for the Taoism and the normal belief. I mean 我哋叫做民間信仰。I don't know how to put it. Let me try to look for you. This one usually we call it as what 民間信仰。We call it as what? Yes, we call it as a folk religions, folk belief lah. 呢啲楊先生呢啲 more for the folk belief, or maybe something related to the Taoism like that lah. Mr. Leong 應該係呢啲咁嘅嘢。So I think it's not in the Buddhism original text not within the Tripitaka, I think.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
Okay, so class, just remember this is anattarika lah. Basically for anattarika, I think for this present moment, parasite and the matricide it could be happen nowadays. But killing Arahant, injuring Buddha can hardly happen. Why? Because we don't know where to find Arahant for you to kill, and we don't know where to find a Buddha for you to injure. But causing disharmony can happen if you stay in the Sangha community lah. 咁聽到好多人驚because 有時it's very common to have some conflict 嘛咁樣 then accidentally you cause people conflict, then they say, Elena, you commit anattarika, then you go to the hell. 咁死So no people dare to stay in the Sangha community. 邊個敢住講到咁多人驚少少咁樣就講哇 anattarika 開Okay, next let's take a look. Okay, animal. Okay, basically animal you see it still is the suffering more than the happiness. Very seldom we see the happiness more than suffering lah. Maybe panda is the only one, and nowadays the dog as a pet lah. Recently, not recently, I think within these 10 years, pet shops so common everywhere because the people after the younger generation, the Y and Z generation, after marry, they don't want the kids anymore, so they want to keep the pets. So the pets it seems they have a very good merit. 應該用一個 pet 仲貴過用我哋 ，agree or not？ 係Elena agree So but anyway, why are we still considered as the woeful state? I think not all the pet like dog and cat so nice. Most of the animal if the dog stringing dog or maybe the animals the camel for people ride, elephant for people ride, all this type of stuff 都係好慘啦So animal actually is still in the woeful state. The only thing is because of what you see, because it's animal kingdom is they don't have suitable condition for performance of the meritorious states. That is the point. Usually, when we talk about animal, there will be one question arises. Let's say the tiger keep on hunting. So is there any karma created by hunting other animal? Sally, okay, Elena, what do you think? You mean the tiger lion create the karma?
Yeah, the tiger is killing.
Okay, if that's the case, how about the goats and the elephant, they keep on eating the leaf as a vegetable. It just creates the karma to reborn to the good state. No, right? If they kill the animal, you consider creating the karma. Why not the goats and the cow eating the grass is considered a good karma? See or not?
And you kill an animal, the animal has got a life, whereas the grass and the trees and all those things that they eat, basically vegetarian, so less sinful.
So you see, it's one problem is you think tiger, do they know that this is, do they have the IQ or like a cow knowing that is the living being, that is not the living being? Okay, Elena, we got one more question is, if let's say this is considered a killing, so meaning to say lion, tiger can never, relieve themselves from the animal kingdom. Am I right? Because they keep on eating the meat, then again always be there. So actually no. As we said at number one, this is the karma for being the lion or the cow. Both whether vegetarian eating meat or killing, actually not great karma create. For them, they can't differentiate whether it's a living being, as vegetarian, not vegetarian, they cannot. Number one. And the second is actually, so if that's the case, which karma can make them relieve themselves from that animal realm, it still depends on the moment as a human. Meaning to say, once they die, okay, the moment as a human, the karma they create at that particular time as a human will bring them up or make them worse. This is how we explain. Then logic. So Elena, if they're killing the karma, they never cannot relieve themselves from the animal kingdom. Am I right? The tiger and the lion, they cannot. So that's why this is one thing. And second, yes, most of the animal cannot create a meritorious deeds. But can you put any exception or not? Animals can create a good deeds. How about in the sea, the dolphin? Have you ever heard any story regarding the dolphin?
Dolphin,
what?
yeah.
For what?
Saving people from drowning.
You think karma correct? Do you think
Saving
that
people.
you think dolphin knows that this is an animal? This is a human. I want to say, you think do they know or not? Dolphin? Do they know? Do they have the IQ to know?
The IQ is low, but then they have IQ of knowing.
No, actually IQ very high. Dolphin, apes, APE, the apes, and the orcas, they all IQ very close to the human. They know they can planning, they can the collective hunting, for orcas.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why even the dolphin, they know we are human. They go to save us, they know actually. So that's why they are the very rare cases who can, which can create the meritorious deeds. Mostly they cannot. Mostly they don't know. Sometimes the dog also, have you ever seen the dog open the gate? The dog, they can open the gate. They can know that, now it's not the time to get attention because your mood is very bad. Once your mood is good, they're close to you. See or not? So some, they still got some. They can, very rare one, they can create the meritorious deed. The rest cannot. Then next, let's take a look. Is this sphere of the beta? Well, this hungry goat, class basically, they stay together with us, but we don't see them only. They make themselves invisible. Usually, this hungry goats 包埋嗰啲跳銅嗰啲鬼。通常跳銅嗰啲係咪？佢講佢跳觀音跳齊天大聖not exactly. Some they are just camouflage only. They try to impersonate because Guan Yin is more popular one. So if you are the hungry ghost only, you impersonate them, then you've got reputation, people come and ask your help, you can create a merit. Okay, class get it? So this type of beta. And then second 我哋有時講我哋時運低會撞鬼mostly is a hungry ghost. But not all the hungry ghost 個肚大隻 not really. 有好多係咪都係你睇到好似個魂魄咁樣飛嚟飛去嗰啲it's still considered a hungry ghost. And next, yes, anything? Yes.
That means even the hungry ghosts impersonate like a Guan Yin or whatever deity, where 佢哋落童啲咁indirectly they are, do we consider them helping people?
Yes, they are helping. Actually, they really want to accrue the merit, then they are looking for somebody to attach to. Yes. Actually, they are making merit. Because sometimes if they run to reincarnate, this is very troublesome for some being. So you're looking for a body, create the karma, so you no need to learn from kindergarten. Some they may think in this way. So they create the karma, they have a very good karma. Usually they look for somebody, especially cancer patient, to negotiate. But you must be sensitive enough to attract them. So if let's say they target you, so they come to your dream, they say, you got a cancer, I give you 10 more years of the lifespan, but you have to serve me for every night as a negotiation, as a deal. Usually, I met a few, they have a deal with them. So what they really need is still in the merit, using your body to create the merit. Okay?
即係講鬼都要去揾食
揾食功德啦，功德啦，they need the merit，功德鬼都係功德。Then let's take a look. Okay, the last one is the Asuras. Usually Asuras, we have two definitions. One is the Asura has a spatial realm. Second is the Asura integrate with a different realm. Basically, we said Asura is the being prefer fighting, and the woman is very beautiful. If you talk about the Asura who fighting with the god, usually they are fighting with the Tawatimsa. This one, you see, compared to God of Tawatimsa, this is where the origin of the white canopy bodhisattva. Have you ever heard about the white canopy bodhisattva? This is the one. Because it's a Dai Bak Tse. This is the story where the origin of the white canopy bodhisattva. Because once the Ashura fight with the god, they lost. So they go to invite the king of the Ashura with 100 hands, 100 head to come and fight. So the god, they lost. They go to complain to the Shakyamuni. So Shakyamuni, from his heart, to create this canopy, a white canopy. So who with 1,000 eyes, 1,000 hands, 1,000 head, of course they win. So this is what the story, the origin of the white canopy from the Tibetan Buddhism. Okay, so it's very powerful.
Seafood like white Tara.
No, white Tara is different. White Tara is the Guan Yin transformation. This one is Asasamaha. Heard about that? Asasamaha is this one. White canopy. Guan Yin is more compassionate, not used for fighting, but this white canopy used for fighting. Very strong, very fierce. Usually, Asasamaha. Okay, so this is the 4 realm we finished already. Now we go to the sensuous, blissful plane. Kama Sukati Buddhi. Yes, Mr. Leong, can you please read the text?
The sensuous blissful plane is 7-fold, namely, number 1, the human realm. 2nd, the realm of the 4 great kings. Number 3, the realm of the 33 gods. Number 4, the realm of Yama gods. Number 5, the delightful realm. Number 6, the realm of gods who rejoice in their own creations. Number 7, the realm of the gods who lord over the creation of others. These 7 realms constitute the sense sphere plane, the human realm. The word manusa, human, literally means those who have sharp or developed minds. As the human mind is very sharp, this makes man much more capable of weighty moral and immoral action than any other class of living beings. The human being is capable of development up to Buddhahood, and also of such serious crimes as matricide and parricide. The human realm is a mixture of both pain and pleasure, suffering, and happiness. But because it offers the opportunity for attaining the highest happiness, it is considered a blissful realm, the realm of the four great kings. The next 6 realms are these sense-sphere heavens, the abodes of the devas or gods. These planes involve a longer lifespan than the human world and a richer variety of sensual pleasures which, however, are inevitably impermanent. The Chatu Maharaja Rika heaven, the realm of the 4 great kings, has 4 divisions corresponding to the 4 directions. Each is ruled over by its own guardian deity and inhabited by a different class of demigods. To the east, the divine king, Datarata, rules over the Gandharvas, the celestial musicians. To the south, Viruhaka presides over the Kumbhadas, the Genogamics, caretakers of forests, mountains, and hidden treasures. In the western region, the divinity Vipupaka rules over the Nagas, demigods in the forms of dragons, and in the north reigns Visawana, the ruler of the Yakas or spirits.
Thank you so much. Okay, we digest this too lah. Mr. Leo, this is a Magnusa, like a Malay
Really name comment.
Please. Musicians, sufferers, Western region, Virupaka, Nagas, not regions, Yakas is beautiful. Okay, finish. Let's take a look. Now we talk about the human. Well, basically, human is the best realm actually considered among the six. The reason is we can become Buddhahood because there will be one original text mentioned that. For the past, all Buddha, they are attained by the human. They never attain from other realm, but only from human only. So this is why human is the most precious among them. Okay, you see, like just now, Elena, the lion cases, the lion case we mentioned just now. Once lions after die, the moment as a human, the karma which is created during the moment of the human will determine where he go. So you see, that is the most crucial part as a human. But since we can become a Buddhahood, that's why killing human is equivalent to the most serious crime in the killing. See, not a human. But of course, human is very sharp, can become Buddha, but also can kill mother and the father. So this is the reason why, as I know, usually once the human got a baby, or when a woman got a baby, usually it take about 16 years, so the baby will be independent. But you see, the animal very low IQ, like the elephant, like the deer in the Africa. Once they get birth, immediately they have to stand up, then they have to run already. If they can't be like that, they cannot survive in the jungle. But why human, which is considered the most sharp mind beings, still need another more than 10 years to breed up. So according as I say, the reason is if let's say this human they start to become a bad guy, a very, very bad guy, the only one can really overcome them is the parents only, especially mother. If mother also cannot overcome him, then nobody can overcome him already. Right? Not like you see the massacre by the we call it as what Hitler. I see Hitler incurred the massacre. You see, not it's a human can create the massacre. And then in Japan also there will be some soldier. I think maybe they never inform their mother. If they inform the mother, their mother will infringe from them. Or even the mother cannot control them, nobody can control them from incur the massacre. Okay, so this is why human is so precious. Number one, human can accumulate the knowledge. So that's why until nowadays, even we go to dine-in, we can have a different style of the dine-in atmosphere. But I never see the dolphin will eat their fish with a chopstick or with a knife. Never, see, because they cannot accumulate the knowledge. They don't have the hand, we have the hand. And second, you see the meditation, we got the brain, and we must all having all the chakra vertebra, then we can develop the higher mental state. All the animal they don't have. See or not? Okay, then we can accumulate the knowledge. Then we have a determination, like Xuan Zhuang, Fa Xian, that takes 17 years, 22 years just to crossing, from the China to India to bring back the Supa. Okay, so that's a human can do all this. Then finally, we have a good determination, and then we can endure the suffering in order to achieve our target. We can endure the suffering. So just human can do only. This is why we call the human is the best one among the rest. Then the last, then this is the four Greek kings. So 呢個係四大天王啦。So who is the 四大天王？ Like Datta Ratta, this is a control to the music. Class, let's take a look. 就係呢一個啦。OK wait. Cannot copy Datta Ratta. Take a look, you see, he holds the instrument guitar. So this is why he is in the East and celestial music. Then we go to the Viruhaka. Okay, Viruhaka. Okay. Viruhaka. Oh, what's this? Viruhaka. Viruhaka. Okay, see or not? So it is holding a knife, right? Yeah, it is holding, let's see first, Viruhaka, okay? Who is holding the knife? So he is in charging what? The forest, mountain, okay? Then we got one more, is a Virupaka, okay? In charge the naga, Virupaka. You see or not? It's holding the tiger, Paksa, you see or not? So it's holding the tiger because they in charge the tiger, because they in charge the tiger, Virupaka, Virupaksa, in charge the tiger. Okay? Even worse. Okay? So then final one is, we call it as Vesavana. Okay, Vesavana. Vesavana. See or not? So this is the Vesavana who is ruler of the Yakka. So he's holding the knife. So this one, the Chinese one, stepping on the Yakka. Meaning to say Vesavana in the Thailand style is a little bit different with the Chinese style. It seems that all this one Chaturajika Deva it seems it exists with a different culture, with a different appearance. Okay, so in the next lesson we continue the realm of the 33 God. Then we go to the first, the jhana and the arupa jhana, the beings there. Okay, so we transfer the merit. Please palms together. I wish to inculcate more favorable consciousness through transferring merit
through transferring merit
to my past life enemy and relative.
to
To my past life, enemy, and relatives.
May they be liberated
May they be liberated,
and free from suffering,
free from suffering,
attain nibbana,
attaining Nibbana,
and helping others to do the same.
and helping others to do the same.
Yeah, Sally, please.
Thank you, Sifu, for the class today, and we pay respects. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
sadhu. Bye bye.